Good morning. I am so tired, but I think I should probably get up, get ready, and make breakfast. But first, give me 5 minutes. Good morning, everybody. Rise and shine. My name is Mara, and I am the creator of the Funky Spork blog, where I make healthy, tasty, yummy plant-based recipes. Anyway, this is the I don't want to get out of bed edition. So today I'm going to show you how to make one of my favorite easy go-to vegan breakfast dishes, and that is scrambled tofu. Okay, so this is what you're gonna need. This is a really simple, easy recipe. I actually wind up making this right before I go to my full-time job. So easy that I can just do it in the morning right before work. So these are the ingredients that I use to make this recipe. First, I get a packet of extra firm tofu. It really holds its shape. I don't recommend using the soft or medium, maybe at the least the firm, but I really like the extra firm. I will also add in some spinach. This is, give or less, I would say maybe about a half a cup, just depends on how much greens you like. This, my friends, is turmeric. Yes, the turmeric is gonna give it a delicious golden yellow color, almost like eggs, but it also has a lot of really good nutritional properties and a nice flavor. I've got some garlic powder because if you don't know this about me by now, you will. I love garlic. A little salt. We're not going to use that much just because some of the other ingredients already have salt. Okay, this here is sriracha because I like a little bit of kick into my food, and the secret weapon, the secret ingredient, it's going to give it a nice tangy creaminess. Get ready for it. Yellow mustard. Yes, I'm gonna add about a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of mustard to this dish. So let's get prepping. So one of the first steps I'm gonna do is get this tofu, and to prep this I need to drain it. So I have my trusty scissors over here, and I'm gonna go ahead and puncture a hole. It's probably not gonna be a very sexy hole, but something like that. So just what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is cut through this little puncture. If you can see this. Yeah, so now the thing is though, tofu is pretty much predominantly water, so it does get pretty wet. We're not gonna spend a whole lot of time draining this. There are some variations of this recipe where people let the tofu sit and get pressed down for 20 minutes. Personally, I don't think that that's necessary with the way I'm gonna cook this. So, but what I am gonna do is I'm gonna drain it as much as I can. I'm just gonna gently squeeze it. I don't wanna press on it too hard because then it's going to intensely crumble. And we are gonna have it crumble, but then not at the stage. So right now, we're just letting this drain. So let me continue doing my drainy thing, and then I will show you the next step. Okay, so the next step, which is cooking, probably the most important part, especially if you do want hot scrambled tofu. So this is what I have. I have my skillet, my non-stick skillet, and right now it is just heating up on medium-high. It's probably gonna be heating up for about 15-20 seconds. Now what I'm going to need, and I didn't include this in my ingredient list, is just a little bit of oil, just to kind of get it going. I have here coconut oil. I am not using this entire jar, but what I am going to do is just take a little bit, probably about, first take like a tablespoon, say about a teaspoon. That's basically what it equates to. And I'm just going to let it melt. Now, the beautiful thing with coconut oil is that it melts incredibly easy. So I didn't need all of the oil. And I'm gonna put some of it back. And now I'm gonna just put this to the side. I'm now going to go ahead and take the tofu. We worked really hard. You were a great teammate in helping me just to drain this. So now I'm just taking this out, and what I'm going to do now, this next step, is I'm going to go ahead and take it out and crumble it. Just kind of squeeze it with my hand. You are probably going to notice that there's water coming out of it. It's no big deal. I would say that you're going to want to make sure that each piece is, give or take, about this size. Almost like you're doing scrambled eggs, kind of. You don't want them too small. But I also do like them to, you know, be a little bit on the chunkier side. I don't want to just eat this giant block by itself, so I like to just crumble it. It's really easy. The extra firm, it's not that hard to break apart at all. And you're probably going to hear the skillet doing its heating right now. You probably hear it sizzling, and trust me, that is a very good sign. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to show you, I'm going to take you to the skillet just so you can see this in live time. Ouch, burnt myself. Okay, so the next step here is that I have this trusty bowl, and while my tofu is still sauteing, I'm going to go ahead and mix some of the other condiments that I was talking to you about. So let me go ahead and show you exactly what I'm going to be putting in here. Let's start with the dry ingredients first, just because they're easier to mix. Add my garlic powder. I'm going to add about half a teaspoon. The turmeric, I'll say about 3/4 of a teaspoon. Yeah, half to 3/4 of a teaspoon. It's really powerful, so a little goes a long way. A little pinch of salt, a little pinch of pepper. I know I didn't add that, but you know, it's here. I'm gonna throw it together. Gonna just kind of toss these dry ingredients together. They're already kind of easy to mix anyway, so just gonna let them toss like this, like so. And now the next couple ingredients. Oh, gonna add my mustard. I'm telling you, trust me on this one. Trust me or your money back. I add about a tablespoon of mustard, and you'll see it really goes. I might have said 2, but I add about a tablespoon. You could add 2 tablespoons if you're crazy. I'm crazy. I probably would do that, but for this recipe, I don't want to scare anyone. I'm just gonna add about a good tablespoon, and I've been cooking so long that I can eye this. Whoopsie, I got mustard on me! Ah! And now my sriracha. I'm gonna add about a teaspoon of sriracha. What I wound up doing right now, I added about, it looks a lot wetter, and that's on purpose. I added about 1/4 cup of water, a little bit less. And now I'm just letting this mix. You see this here? Okay, you're just gonna kind of let this mix until it turns into like a beautiful orange liquid. All right, it smells amazing. Oh my gosh. I wish you could be here in the kitchen with me to smell this. It smells great. Okay, so this is basically what you're going to be looking for when you get to the mixing point. Alright, so we've been letting the tofu kind of saute for a couple of minutes. I'd say it's been about 3 minutes. And you'll probably notice that it's going to turn slightly golden brown. That's a very good sign. That means that the tofu is drying. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is take this beautiful sauce mixer and just pour it in. You're going to hear it bubble once again. And you might be wondering, oh my gosh, didn't we try to dry this? What's the purpose of getting this re-wet? Well, the thing is though, we're not really adding that much water. And tofu, I would almost say it's like a sponge, so it's going to absorb that moisture. But we're only going to really let this cook for about 3 minutes. Okay, that is looking lovely. Very lovely. I'm just going to go ahead and... It's hard. I wish I had a third arm or a really good tripod with all invested. But now the spinach and tofu mixture is done. I see that it's starting to beautifully brown. So the next step here is to take this off and get to setting everything up. Alright, so now that breakfast is finally done, that honestly took less than 10 minutes. It just, it took less than 10 minutes, just showing you step by step. So now, the moment of truth. This looks absolutely beautiful. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you a picture that I took of the meal, because right now this just wouldn't do justice, but it smells incredible. It looks really yummy. I made just a slice of multi-grain toast. So let's try it. Let's dig in. It's amazing. The turmeric mixed with the mustard that gave this tanginess worked really well. Same with mixing it with the sriracha, and the garlic just gave it this beautiful burst of flavor. So it's just perfect, absolutely perfect, and really delicious. The beautiful thing about tofu is that it's really neutral in flavor, so it can taste like whatever seasonings you want to put in it. Now, I like spiciness, so I'm gonna try my little tofu scramble with a little bit of sriracha. Perfect, perfect. Yeah, so that is today's meal. That's today's breakfast. Well, that's the end of my video. If you like what you see, press subscribe, and otherwise have a beautiful Monday.